We finna find out. We finna find out what this is all about. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. We got our CSG. Make sure I get that right. We got our CSG submission back. And a couple of interesting, like very interesting things that are going on here. You guys heard me talk about it in the other video. I hinted at kind of, the timeline and whatnot. So just to be clear, let's talk timeline. So my order went out. My order was received on November 2nd. Today is November 19th. Okay. So November 2nd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 business days. Door to door. 12 business days door to door is what this ended up being. Okay? Now, I'm going to show y'all something. So I'm going to flip over to this deal here. That says received on the 2nd of November. The due date was the 28th of November, of December. So technically they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What is this? 35, 40. Looks like about 45 business days is what they had planned out. But here we are on November 19th, and I have them back. Now, let me jump back here for a second. So, I don't know what to think about this. I was a little bit jumpy at first or at least a little bit quick on the trigger to praise them for this. And I still do. Don't get me wrong. They managed to get this box out pretty quick. I mean, it was only 3 cards. Okay, I paid $30 a card, so that's their regular service. So I didn't do anything spectacular. I didn't pay for no rush. I didn't do anything. Okay. However, I do know that there are a handful of you out there who have been waiting months for your orders to come back. Now, I don't know what service level you guys paid for or when you sent your cards back and all that stuff. But from an operations standpoint and from a supply chain standpoint, and you guys know that that's my background, I would not expect for me to get these cards back that quick and then you guys still be waiting on your cards months. So and if that's the case, then there's something wrong there, or I jumped to the front of the line for some reason. And I don't think of myself enough in terms of this channel and the reach that this channel has. And we have 5,000, a little over 5,000 subscribers, which I'm grateful for each and every one of you. You guys know that. But I don't think that I don't make enough of a splash in the hobby to warrant any type of like, oh shit, that's his order right there. Grab that order. Let's rush it through. I don't think I'm deserving of that type of treatment. So I have to imagine that this is indicative of what you would get in terms of turnaround times is concerned. I have to assume that. So anyway, this is the box. I just got it. Mailman just dropped it off. And let's see what's what. I have not seen these grades. But again, I when I sent these cards off, these are all 89.90 hoops, and oh, this is cool how they got. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, those little boxes. I like the way this box is designed. Okay, cool. Whew, I opened it that way. That's kind of dope. I like the way they do that. So here are my 3 cards. Here's my sleeve, and then like you can like use this as like a. You could use this to store slabs. Look at that. Little slab storage box there. That's kind of cool. Actually, no, you can't, because they're wider. Anyway, that's okay. I like the way they have this this box. That's kind of dope. I was not expecting this. So here are my 3 cards. I'm gonna take them out, put them face down. God, that let's throw that over there. I don't want to see the grades. But you got this camera that I have up here. It's a piece of crap camera. It's not anything spectacular. It is not doing this slab any justice, because these slabs are super nice. They're really nice. So let's start with the first Gary Payton. Oh, nice, 8.5. Okay. Kind of what I thought. I think I made a prediction that I really didn't see myself getting anything over a 9. I certainly didn't think any of these cards were 9 or 9.5s or 10s even. But man, what a nice. You know what? I got a bunch of these at Walmart the other day. 2, 3. Little graded card. But I mean, again, just what I said about their slab and their acrylic, it holds true, man. This is a really, really nice acrylic. It's a very nice acrylic. I like this a lot. Ooh, it's like really prone to get dirty, but a little harsh on the grade. They gave centering an 8.5, which I don't. I would have thought centering on this one's a little bit better than an 8.5. It's maybe not 50-50. I mean, it's not 50-50, obviously, but it's definitely not worse than a 60-40. The back of it's not that bad. I mean, I think the centering was a little harsh. They gave me an 8.5 on the surface. Man, they're pretty tough. They're pretty tough on edges. Were a 8.5. Again, don't really see where this would have been an 8.5, but I don't know. The corner's got a 9 though, because the corners on these things are tip top magoo. But again, the acrylic on these things, you guys can't really see it, and it's a shame that I have such a shitty camera facing down. Maybe this one's a little bit better. Yeah, this one seems to be a little bit better. The acrylic on this thing, it's like glass. It looks like glass. I mean, I didn't want to turn this into a comparison video, but we're gonna. Again, this is kind of one of those scenarios where we're talking about like this level of clarity, and I don't know if it's maybe the tuxedo that's doing it. No. CSG just has a really nice plastic. Whatever plastic they're using to do their slabs, again, tip top magoo, man. I like this a lot. It looks good. It looks good. Here's another thing that somebody brought up. I think I did a comparison video a while back. I think I did a comparison video where I was talking about like my favorite slabs and what I like about each slab and all that stuff. Somebody had made mention about the space around the card, right? And how they liked that PSA, that the space around a PSA card is very minimal, right? The spacing around the PSA card is very minimal. So is CSG. I almost grabbed the other Gary Payton. So is CSG's. It's very minimal. It's a little bit more on the SGC, but I think it adds to the whole tuxedo vibe, which I dig a lot. I really like the whole tuxedo vibe, but I also appreciate the simplicity of not having too much slab. Man, take this label, put it on this slab in this case, and you got with the sub or like, you know, like the subgrades, like God, that would just be a winner chicken dinner. That would just be a winner. An absolute winner. See, what I don't like about this label, and we'll switch over here to this. What I don't like too much about this label here is like all this dead space. This is a lot of dead space. This seems like this label seems unnecessarily fat. Like they could have trimmed down, I'd say about a quarter of an inch off of this label and made it that much smaller. How much taller is it than a PSA? They're about the same size. But you see, they're about the same size in height. I just don't know if this was something that they already had in terms of a slab or whatever, but this is too much. Like this is too thick. And there's nothing here like I don't know. But you cannot beat their acrylic. You just cannot beat their acrylic, which is dope. I like the little holograph thing. That's kind of dope. Just a good looking. Let me see. Oh no. Okay, so this is a PSA collect 3D prints case. Okay, cool. So 8.5 on that one. Let's get it in a. Here, let me, because I'm making a mess here. I'm being very unorganized. Oh yeah, fits these little bags really nice. Yeah, 8.5's was a bit harsh on that one, I think. I mean, they gave me an 8.5 on centering, 8.5 on edges, 8.5 on surface, and a 9 on corners, which I really think it could have been like 9s across the board, but who knows? Kind of makes me a little concerned for the other two. So this is a Sean Kemp rookie. Again, I think this one had pretty decent centering on both sides, so we'll see what this one. Dang, this one got an 8.5 too. Corners got a 8. Where is my damn it, I don't have it. All right. It's just got lint from the case, or from the cardboard. But again, this one in a which is weird. Now this one seems to be in some sort of a plastic sleeve on the inside, but this one is not. I wonder why. Like one is in a plastic sleeve and the other one's not. This one's in a plastic sleeve. I wonder why it's in a plastic sleeve and the other one's not in a plastic sleeve. Could it be the card stock? I don't know. This is inaugural NBA hoops, so y'all know that the card stock on these hoops is really, really thin. They might have put it in there for that reason. Man, they're pretty tough on grading. 8.5 edges, 8.5 surface. I wonder what kind of magnification they're going under for that assessment. Because I really don't. Okay. 8.5, 8.5. 2 8.5s. Do I think that's fair? Here's the thing. We all know that grading is relatively. I mean, it's not relatively subjective. It is subjective. It's an opinion, right? It's an opinion made by a company that has been, granted this authority by everybody, right? So, like I said before, I wasn't expecting these to get 9.5s or anything like that. I wasn't expecting these to come out gem mints. But I mean, I guess I'm okay with the grades. This one's got 8 on the corners, which I think is odd. I don't really see anything that was that bad on it. Here we go. Now we're talking. 9 on this one. And again, it's in the plastic. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a plastic sleeve that these two are in, that this one is not in, which is weird. A little bit of I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. One thing I will say though is that you guys see this one, these indentions are like right up on the card, and this one it's not. The indentions are a little bit outward. So I think this might have just been because it's a smaller card. I don't know. It's sitting inside the card kind of crooked a little bit. It's kind of sitting like kind of kanked that way. So, and it does move around in there. Oh yeah, it's moving around in there for sure. It's moving around in there despite the sleeve. Like despite there's a sleeve, it's kind of moving around in there. So this 9, I guess that you know, I would have thought all of them were gonna be about an 8.5 or a 9. Man, sorry for that glare, guys. I have the worst like overhead camera setup. I promise you guys. Once we get some funds rolling in here, the cameras are the first thing that are gonna get updated. I have pretty decent microphones because I used to do a podcast, but video equipment is subpar. My video equipment setup is not the best, but anyway, overall, listen here. Let's do this. I'm pretty satisfied. This is my best one. They got a 9. You just can't beat the acrylic on these things, man. They're really, 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 really nice. The acrylic is really, really nice. It's just interesting to me that they picked these two hoops to put in these inside sleeves. So they got these sleeves in there that they put them in, but then this one they did not. They didn't put this one in a sleeve for some reason. So I don't know. I don't know what the criteria is. Maybe they have like a certain, because I know for a fact the Skybox cardboard was a little thicker, so the cardstock was a little bit thicker, and I know for a fact these hoops are pretty thin. But man, it's just a really nice case, man. I'm telling y'all, match made in heaven. Put some subgrades on this, slap this label in this case here, and you got a match made in heaven. I truly, truly believe that. Come on, SGC. Figure out who their plastic supplier is, because man, oh man, you guys would be killing the game if you did subgrades. Man, that would be dope. I just can't. I mean, I've said it before. The label, the green, I just don't like the label. The label just seems a little too empty. Like there's too much dead space in this label. You know, they could have cleaned this up. Just from a graphic design standpoint, it looks very, I don't know. It looks very sterile. I guess that's a good word to describe it, how I feel about it. It looks sterile. Again, hospital band, right? Hospital wristband. Those of you that have been to the hospital before know what your wristbands look like. It seems that's the kind of thing, right? It just seems very sterile. Now, even though this label here, it's a monochromatic label, and you can kind of make that, but the different labels, the different font, and kind of that monogram that it's got behind it. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of dead space. I guess you can make the argument on this one too, that there's some dead space down here. But I don't know. I just wish they had a different option for these, because their plastic is really, really nice. Really, really nice. All right. Well, that's going to do it, folks. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think I wanted to send some cards over there as a trial. I really thought it was going to take a few months, and then they show up like 12 days later to my house, which is phenomenal service. Let me know in the description or in the comments. So I subbed this November 2nd. They received it November 2nd. if you guys have submitted anything with CSG right around that same time frame, and purchased the regular service, and if you did, are your cards on the way back, or have you been waiting months for your cards from CSG? I don't know if I don't think I got any special treatment, but from what some of y'all were telling me, you guys have been waiting months for your cards. 3-4 months. Somebody told me 7 months it took to get their cards back. So I don't know if I don't know if that's the case, but I got mine back in 12 days, door to door. So pretty pumped about that. As always, I appreciate y'all watching. Links in the descriptions down below for Collect 3D Prints, which is the cases that I buy to display my cards. There's a link also for cardhedge.com where you can keep track of the value of your collection and online. That's also an affiliate link in the description. If you click those, it kicks some money back to the channel. It allows me to keep doing this kind of stuff. I got a good idea for an experiment that I'd like to do, but it's going to be very pricey. And so the more you guys click on those links and use those services, it kicks some money back to the channel and lets me do some stuff that I want to do here in the near future. So that being said, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. This is a little bit longer video than I wanted to do, but y'all know once I get talking about slabs and designs and all that stuff, I tend to go off the rails. But either way it goes. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.